All right, now that we know what the Federal Reserve is going to do based on what they announced today, which is increasing interest rate to 50 basis points or 0.5%, the market is now reacting in a positive note to it. So let me share with you something that I saw or I'm seeing in this that can potentially be in the benefit of people holding AMC stock, especially in the near future. Why? Because the market is always trying to kind of, as I mentioned earlier, many times anticipate what is coming, and the market hates uncertainty. But now that we do have a little bit of clarity, at least on what is going to happen in the month of May, as far as the Federal Reserve is, in lifting interest rates, the market reacted in a positive note, gaining almost 3% across the board, But as always, you would expect AMC to actually follow the market, but not as much, just because we all know what is happening here. Now, that being said, because now we have certainty, because now we have at least clarity on what the market is, the Federal Reserve is going to do, there is not much risk in the foreseeable future, especially when you look at the VIX, also reacting to what is happening. A lot of people are now flooding cash into the market, buying stocks again, hence pushing the indexes upward. Now, what this may cause, especially in the near future, is, as we've discussed a couple of weeks and last week here, if you look at the VIX index, which is kind of the fear gauge, it's now on the downtrend. And whenever you see this on the downtrend, you can expect the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, or the market as a whole in general to be lifted upward. Now, what people may not forget, is across the board, when there is uncertainty and the market is kind of on panic mode, the market is kind of like, nobody knows exactly what is going to happen, it is then that the short sellers are more active. Why? Because the environment, the market conditions are in their favor. But now that all of a sudden the market is reacting on a positive note, I will expect margin calls to start being kicked on the other side, not specifically on the short sellers that are in here in AMC, but just specifically across the board. But when that happens, and the market continue to increase, which I believe is going to be the case, because we've been so oversold for so long now that I expect the market to kind of get back to the levels that it was in mid-April, all right? And that will ultimately, as the market recovers, going back to those levels, it will cause the short sellers to start also covering. It will cause the put volume on many stocks on the market, on the indexes on the market, to start decreasing, hence putting a lot more pressure into the short sellers to get out of some of these plays. We can expect some of those that are in AMC to also be caught up in this mix, especially as we head into, earnings season for both AMC and GameStop. So expect, to see reversal to continue to happen, or at least if we stagnate around these 15, 16, or 17 levels, then personally I'm expecting it to start uptrending to the other side. So let's just see and see. I wait and see how it falls, but so far nothing in the negative, at least for the next a few weeks.